Chapter 24. If a man takes a wife, and after they are married she is unpleasing to him because of some bad quality in her, let him give her a statement in writing and send her away from his house. And when she has gone away from him, she may become another man's wife. And if the second husband has no love for her and, giving her a statement in writing, sends her away, or if death comes to the second husband to whom she was married, her first husband, who had sent her away, may not take her back after she has been wife to another, for that is disgusting to the Lord, and you are not to be a cause of sin in the land which the Lord your God is giving you for your heritage. A newly married man will not have to go out with the army or undertake any business, but may be free for 1 year, living in his house for the comfort of his wife. No one is to take, on account of a debt, the stones with which grain is crushed, for in doing so he takes a man's living. If a man takes by force one of his countrymen, the children of Israel, using him as his property or getting a price for him, that thief is to be put to death. So you are to put away evil from among you. In connection with the leper's disease, take care to keep and do every detail of the teaching of the priests, the Levites, as I gave them orders, so you are to do. Keep in mind what the Lord your God did to Miriam on the way, when you came out of Egypt. If you let your brother have the use of anything which is yours, do not go into his house and take anything of his as a sign of his debt, but keep outside till he comes out and gives it to you. If he is a poor man, do not keep his property all night, but be certain to give it back to him when the sun goes down, so that he may have his clothing for sleeping in, and will give you his blessing. And this will be put to your account as righteousness before the Lord your God. Do not be hard on a servant who is poor and in need, if he is one of your countrymen or a man from another nation living with you in your land. Give him his payment day by day, not keeping it back overnight. For he is poor and his living is dependent on it, and if his cry against you comes to the ears of the Lord, it will be judged as sin in you. Fathers are not to be put to death for their children or children for their fathers. Every man is to be put to death for the sin which he himself has done. Be upright in judging the cause of the man from a strange country and of him who has no father. Do not take a widow's clothing on account of a debt, but keep in mind that you were a servant in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God made you free, for this is why I give you orders to do this. When you get in the grain from your field, if some of the grain has been dropped by chance in the field, do not go back and get it, but let it be for the man from a strange land, the child without a father, and the widow, so that the blessing of the Lord your God may be on all the work of your hands. When you are shaking the fruit from your olive trees, do not go over the branches a second time. Let some be for the man from a strange land, the child without a father, and the widow. When you are pulling the grapes from your vines, do not take up those which have been dropped. Let them be for the man from a strange land, the child without a father, and the widow. Keep in mind that you were a servant in the land of Egypt, for this is why I give you orders to do this. Chapter 25. If there is an argument between men and they go to law with one another, let the judges give their decision for the upright, and against the wrongdoer. And if the wrongdoer is to undergo punishment by whipping, the judge will give orders for him to go down on his face and be whipped before him, the number of the blows being in relation to his crime. He may be given 40 blows, not more, for if more are given, your brother may be shamed before you. Do not keep the ox from taking the grain when he is crushing it. If brothers are living together and one of them, at his death, has no son, the wife of the dead man is not to be married outside the family to another man. Let her husband's brother go into her and make her his wife, doing as it is right for a brother-in-law to do. Then the first male child she has will take the rights of the brother who is dead, so that his name may not come to an end in Israel. But if the man says he will not take his brother's wife, then let the wife go to the responsible men of the town, and say, "My husband's brother will not keep his brother's name living in Israel, he will not do what it is right for a husband's brother to do." Then the responsible men of the town will send for the man, and have talk with him, and if he still says, "I will not take her," then his brother's wife is to come to him, before the responsible men of the town, and take his shoe off his foot, and put shame on him, and say, so let it be done to the man who will not take care of his brother's name, and his family will be named in Israel, the house of him whose shoe has been taken off. If two men are fighting, and the wife of one of them, coming to the help of her husband, takes the other by the private parts, her hand is to be cut off. Have no pity on her. Do not have in your bag different weights, a great and a small, or in your house different measures, a great and a small. But have a true weight and a true measure, so that your life may be long in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. For all who do such things, and all whose ways are not upright, are disgusting to the Lord your God. Keep in mind what Amalek did to you on your way from Egypt, how, meeting you on the way, he made an attack on you when you were tired and without strength, cutting off all the feeble ones at the end of your line, and the fear of God was not in him. So when the Lord your God has given you rest from all who are against you on every side, in the land which the Lord your God is giving you for your heritage, see to it that the memory of Amalek is cut off from the earth. Keep this in mind. Chapter 26. Now when you have come into the land which the Lord is giving you for your heritage, and you have made it yours and are living in it, you are to take a part of the firstfruits of the earth, which you get from the land which the Lord your God is giving you, and put it in a basket, and go to the place marked out by the Lord your God, as the resting place of his name. And you are to come to him who is priest at that time, and say to him, I give witness today before the Lord your God, that I have come into the land which the Lord made an oath to our fathers to give us. Then the priest will take the basket from your hand and put it down in front of the altar of the Lord your God. And these are the words which you will say before the Lord your God. My father was a wandering Aramean, and he went down with a small number of people into Egypt. There he became a great and strong nation, and the Egyptians were cruel to us, crushing us under a hard yoke. And our cry went up to the Lord, the God of our fathers, and the Lord's ear was open to the voice of our cry, and his eyes took note of our grief and the crushing weight of our work. And the Lord took us out of Egypt with a strong hand and a stretched out arm, with works of power and signs and wonders, and he has been our guide to this place, and has given us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. So now, I have come here with the first of the fruits of the earth which you, O Lord, have given me. Then you will put it down before the Lord your God and give him worship, and you will have joy in every good thing which the Lord your God has given to you and to your family. And the Levite, and the man from a strange land who is with you, will take part in your joy. When you have taken out a tenth from the tenth of all your produce in the 3rd year, which is the year when this has to be done, give it to the Levite, and the man from a strange land, and the child without a father, and the widow, so that they may have food in your towns and be full, and say before the Lord your God, I have taken all the holy things out of my house and have given them to the Levite, and the man from a strange land, and him who has no father, and the widow, as you have given me orders. I have kept in mind all your orders, in nothing have I gone against them. No part of these things has been used for food in a time of weeping, or put away when I was unclean, or given for the dead. I have given ear to the voice of the Lord my God, and have done all you have given me orders to do. So, looking down from your holy place in heaven, send your blessing on your people Israel and on the land which you have given us, as you said in your oath to our fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. Today the Lord your God gives you orders to keep all these laws and decisions, so then keep and do them with all your heart and all your soul. Today you have given witness that the Lord is your God, and that you will go in his ways and keep his laws and his orders and his decisions and give ear to his voice. And the Lord has made it clear this day that you are a special people to him, as he gave you his word, and that you are to keep all his orders, and that he will make you high over all the nations he has made, in praise, in name, and in honor, and that you are to be a holy people to the Lord your God as he has said.